There we go. Hi, everybody. We are back again with another episode of Always Be Brewing. Hello, MTG Lexicon. Today I wasn't feeling too good, so we're going with a clean, no makeup look because, you know, that's just how we're feeling today. We're going to be building a super fun commander, so I thought we would go ahead and get started. So let me go ahead and make sure I have everything set, looking nice and neat. Today we're going to be building. Gotta like make sure I can see my keyboard. Today we're going to be building Zurzoth Chaos Rider. So in this situation, Wizards is kind of slowly backing off of the new product releases, which is not a bad thing. I certainly do not oppose to this. However, I'm slowly losing interest in the newer things. But then someone reminded me about Zurzoth, and at first I wasn't really intrigued by him until I thought of the concept of card draw. And just making fun card draw, and then my mind was like, well, how do we do card draw in red? And then I remembered, you have a Locust God deck wheels. So I think Zurzoth wheels would be super fun. We can make a bunch of small creatures. We can make them unblockable. We can go a little bit tribal on the side if we're feeling it. I want this to be as fun and smooth as possible, and I thought it'd be really kind of cool to kind of dive in doing this. So we're going to be doing Zurzoth today. So let's go ahead and get the deck going here. Let's see, create commander deck. We're stir-fried cinnamon combo. That's great because we're doing a mono red deck. So I'm thinking Zurzoth wheels. And you know, we can always kind of tweak this as we go by. So again, I do have a headache, so I'm super sorry if I look super icky and I'm a little bit lethargic. I just have a really bad headache. But I didn't want to cancel because I canceled on Sunday and I really wanted to do this today. So I really appreciate y'all's patience with me. So Zurzoth. So whenever an opponent draws their first card each turn, if it's not their turn, you create a 1/1 devil token. Whenever one or more devils you control attacks one or more players, you and those players draw a card and then discard a card at random. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to go ahead and get the ball rolling. So we already have some recommendations. So let's look at what a Chaos Wand. If I could spell Chaos Wand. Exiles target opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile an instant or sorcery. You may cast that card by paying its mana cost. Subira, yes. So at Lexicon, that's a great point. I actually built a Subira deck list. And I thought Subira would be great in here because she can help make your stuff unblockable and is super good and I love it. Gyreach Sanitarium is another good way to draw cards. Let's see. If I can spell today, that'd be cool. Okay. Chaos One is great. Another new card that we get to include is Subira. Yes. Subira's great. Mikokoro, Temple Bell. Isn't Mikokoro a blue land? Or am I just... Oh, it's not. So we'll add that to the deck. Hey, Old Wolf, Lexicon, Doc Venture, Epicric, everybody, hello and welcome. I appreciate y'all joining me today and being so loving and patient and kind. Sin Prodigal is really good. Let's see, Temple Bell. Temple Bell was recommended, and I do like a good Temple Bell. Howling Mine is another good one, right? I always get Howling Mine confused with another card. Yeah, Howling Mine. Wildfire Devils. Choose a player at random, copy the card, you may cast it. That's not too bad in here. Let's add it. While we're here, let's also go ahead and add some standard wheels. So Winds of Change, Wheel of Fortune, if I can spell, Wheel of Fate. Let's go ahead and add a let me see. I should be a little bit disappointed. Oh, Howling Mine won't be good. Yeah, we'll take away the Howling Mine. There's some good wheels in here, in red, but I completely and totally forgot some of the names of good ones. Wow, that did nothing for me. So we have, let's see, Reforge the Soul. Wheel of Fate, Wheel of Fortune. Yes, there's another one, though. It's okay, though, because we can go and do this nifty thing where I look at my Locust God deck list and pick the wheels that I want. Okay, here's my Locust God. Let's see. Molten Psyche is super good, and Shattered Perception. Molten Psyche. Shattered Perception. I like that. If anyone is running Bonder's Ornament, then you can force them to draw cards. Yeah, that'd be cool, though. I don't know if we need Sin Prodder in here. The concept of Devil Tribal just isn't really speaking to me. Dragon Mage was pondered, so let's bring it up. Each player, yeah, Dragon Mage seems pretty fun. Another thing I'm thinking is with the tokens we're making, I could do like Cavalcade of Calamity. We could do Raid, Bombardment, Impact, Tremors. Trying to think of some other really good stuff that we could do here in terms of like mono red stuff. I know I already got to take some stuff out, so let's go ahead and remove the Howling Mine. Yoink. Since you're going to be discarding hold on, what? Since you are going to be discarding Put in Library of Ling, you should also put in your Locust God deck. It's really good. Perforos is a great one. Really good one. Torbrand is another good one. Spiteful Prankster is a double that's first checking on your turn. You can ping players when things die. Outpost Siege is another good one. Fiery Emancipation is another great one. We could honestly even add in like a Furnace of Wrath. We can also add in a Dictate of the Twin Gods. Surly Badgersaur is a great one. I really should like look up the cards, but I already know what Surly Badgersaur does, but I want you to see it. Surly Badger is great. What's that Minotaur? The discard Minotaur? I'm trying to remember the discard Minotaur. We already added a Library Langiv in here. But what's the Minotaur? Not Neheb. Not Neheb. What's gratuitous? Gratuitous violence. It's not a legendary creature. That's good. I like that. It's not like a legendary Minotaur. It's not Neheb. It's not any of the Nehebs. It's like here. If red Minotaur. I know I can see it in my head, the art. He's like holding chains and stuff. Him, Glenhorn Buccaneer. When he deals 1 damage to each opponent, you discard a card. He deals 1 damage to each opponent, and you can discard a card and draw a card. Glinthorn Buccaneer. Burning Inquiry. What is that? Play draw 3 cards and then discards. You know what? I'm not mad at that. I actually like that. Let's go ahead and add a gamble. Tutors are kind of a necessity, I think. And also, I love this art, and I think gamble would be good. We do have Molten Psyche in here. A Faithless Looting will not hurt. No siree. That's not how you spell looting. I'm so good at magic, you guys. Alhammar's Archive isn't mad. Lexicon, we do have Impact Tremors in here, but I'm liking the way that you're thinking, because we're thinking on the same level. Alhammar, I hope I spelled that right. Gold, okay. Magus of the Wheel. That's a good one. Don't know why I didn't think of that, actually. Warstorm Surge. So I'm a little bit hesitant against Warstorm Surge, because that's against, like, what, power? And we have generally going to be having, like, smaller creatures. It deals damage to its power. So very small. Very small. I mean, yeah, if we're having a bunch... we can add it in. We can add it in. Howling Golem. The creature, whenever it attacks our plot. I'm feeling a little bit iffy on this just because I can see it being cut, but at the same time, you never know. So we'll plop it in. And I do... Solemn Simulacrum is a good one. Bag of Holding. I remember that being very good, but it does so much stuff. Yes. Solemn... Sad Robot, but we got to get that sick Pepsi one. If we're going to add one, we're going to add the Pepsi one. Browlin. Oh, yeah. Browlin's good. Beautiful. Okay, see, we're getting somewhere. Swell... Oh my god, I can't spell. Deals 3 damage to each creature. I have to... Yes. At first I was like, why would I want that? But then you're correct, because it's gonna be really good. Because when our things dies, they deal damage to any target. Smart. Beautiful. Oh my god. Now I'm getting big brain mode here. Skull Clamp. Blasphemous Act. Yo. I actually love Thermopod a lot. Thermopod is good. So yes, some sack outlets would be good. Let's go ahead and add... Let's see what Seasoned Peasy does. ETBs, discard 2 cards, draw 2. I'm hesitant. I'm hesitant about this card, and I actually don't know why. We'll get back to this card. I don't know why I'm hesitant on it. But let's go ahead. Yes, Goblin. That just fits, honestly. I like it. Let's get some good sack outlets here. Let's have, like, maybe an Ashnods. I don't think Ashnods is too bad, and we can add maybe one more. So another good sack outlet would be, it's another altar. I think it's like Phyrexian altar. Yeah. Which is like a thermopod, essentially. Looking back at chat. Classic red sack outlet. Beautiful Chef's Kiss. Let's see, what is Chain Reaction? Because I actually don't know what that is. Deals X damage to each creature, X is the number of creatures on the battlefield. I actually don't mind that. That's a good board wipe in here, so that's pretty great. I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like this card. Descend with the dragons, just turn all your devil tokens into dragons and get the triggers. Destroy any number of target creatures for each creature destroyed this way. I actually don't hate that either. Yes, Pika Miner, we are doing the legendary devil. And this is actually turning out to be way more... At first, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. When I first picked this card, I kind of picked it a little bit out of resignation. I was like, okay, I've already gone through all of the ones that I liked. I guess we'll do this. And now that I'm actually in the throes of building it, I like it more. Okay, we got some good ones in chat. Let's see. These are all cards I don't know, to be honest. So y'all are teaching me some stuff today. Rage Thrower. Whenever another creature dies, You know what? I'm actually not mad at that. The CMC is high, but we can get around that. Hissing Iguanodon. Whenever another creature dies, you may have it. Actually, that's really cool. What's another one? Spiteful. I think we actually put the Spiteful Prankster in here. God, can I just say that I have a bit of a special tie to the new M21 Caravet card? A goal for me is to sign one of those. Because that article was way better received than I thought it would. Because I was nervous it was just going to be a bad article and people weren't going to like it. And people liked it. And I was like, wow, y'all like it. So, like, sign that card. Okay, yeah, we do have that in here. I've been working on a Zurzoth list for a little bit and I love him. Honestly, this is making me want to build him. And I can't afford to do that, so... I'm weird about the Red Elemental Blast and the Pyroblast just because I feel like it is kind of not... It's just so specific. I mean, yes, it's a good card, and I have one of these in my Chandra deck, and I do use it, but it's kind of touch and go. I will say this. There's another card that I really will add in here that we need in here. We need it. We're gonna get some of the tasty, good red cards in here while we can. Psionic Resonator. Also, Elliot Orm 95. Friend, you followed me right as my stream started, but I still wanted to say thank you for the follow. Copy target triggered ability you control. You may choose to do targets. I think that'll only work for one token. Gadrak. Let's begin run step. Gadrak. Why? And I'm only asking because this is good for an artifact deck, but we aren't an artifact deck. I love this card. When I say I love it, I mean words cannot describe how much I love this card. Oru 5732. Hi, I'm a first time watcher. Do you stream EDH and EDH deck building regularly? Yes, I do. I do deck building on Tuesdays, and I do EDH paper play, webcam play on Wednesdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. When your idiots die, they turn into treasure. Wow. Okay. Swordsman 321. I'm gonna be real with you here. You saying that actually helped me because I didn't read the stupid card and I just read create a token at your end step. Never mind. This is a good card to add in here, and I am a dummy who doesn't read her cards. So thank you, and I legit mean that. I did not read it. Yeah, I'm not mad at Helma, the host, either. You do get 2 tokens from Psionic Resonator because you copied as a trigger ability when you... I'm hesitant about it, but Chandra's Ensign. This spell costs XX versus amount of non-combat damage to opponent's control. Whenever a source you control does non-combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to a creature. Ooh, at first I was like, this card's not good, but I like it. Also, I want your opinion on this. And I really, like, you're not gonna hurt my feelings if you're like, Chase, that's a dumb idea. But what about this guy? Because let me tell you, and I'm not kidding here, this card won me a game playing on the RC stream against Sheldon, Rachel, Scott. It was great, but this card, I like this card. What do you think of this card? Cavalcade of Calamity, Perfect Scarlet Forge, Impact Tremors, if those aren't there. Memes, we already have all of those in here. That could get huge quick, so I'm gonna add it in, because I only got... If one person just gives me that acceptance, I'm gonna add a card in. I'm looking for, like, one yes, and I'm like, yes! Okay, so let's see what else we got. Jar of Eyeballs is one of those cards I think is cool, but just doesn't get played. Your creature control dice, put 2 IUL counters on it, remove an eyeball counter. Top X Curse is put I don't know how I feel about Draw of Eyeballs. Y'all might have to sell me on that. Whenever creatures put into a graveyard from play, you may have it deal damage to player equal to the number of cards in that player's hand. You know what? Why not? Why not? Why not? Praise Caesar. He's gonna win more since he makes a big board of idiots more threatening. I do really like that card. Never it attacks, it deals damage to any target equal to the number of counters on it. Devour 2. Spinners, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. You know what? I like that too. The Devour in red I didn't know even existed. Let's see. Goading can protect us. Disrupt Decorum can protect us a little bit. What do we have in the way of like red protection? Like, I know that's like a weird way to word it, but like, hi. Okay. So, God, this is already proving to be a bit of a thick deck, so to speak. We already do have 2 lands though. Honestly, I'm gonna be extremely honest with you guys. This is about the spread I wanted in here. I'm feeling good about the spread right here. The sorcerers are a little bit hefty, but we can cut those. But we're, you know, we're still moving. We're still working. This is actually proving to be extremely fast with you guys. I like it when we work fast together. It's because we know what we want. We are individuals with taste, and we know what we want. Memes, we do have Fiery Emancipation in here. How much card draw do you have? Blood Moon, we need... Okay, so here's the deal. We actually have a lot of card draw, and I'll show you memes. I'm gonna click done it. Okay. We got Wheel of Fate, Burning Inquiry, Faithless Looting. We got Winds of Change, Molten Psyche, Shattered Perception, which is just us. We have Wheel of Fortune. We have Reforge the Soul. We have some really good card draw in here. So the top X cards of your library until end of turn, you may play those cards. That makes me nervous. That makes me nervous because we're gonna have a lot of mana in here. We'll add it, but it makes me nervous. We do have Skull Clamp in here, Swordsman, Witch Tybalt, because we got some Tybalts here. By the way, I want everyone here to know, and I do mean this. When I first started playing Magic, I played Kitchen Table. I played Tybalt the Blood Fiended. I got made fun of for it relentlessly at a shop I used to work at in my hometown. And Tybalt is the shit, and I will die by this. I love Tybalt. I'm assuming it's this one, which I like, so we'll add him. Nyx Lotus. Oh my god, thank you. It's a must for mono red. Let's go ahead and add a Nykthos while we're here. Shrine to Nyx, best card ever for monocolored decks. Let's go ahead and add a Corvath's Fury, because that's another good card. Boink, good. Burning Inquiry is objectively card draw, but it isn't technically advantage. Do I already have that in here? I feel like we already added it. Each player draws 3 cards. Yeah. Curse of Opulence is good ramp. That's the one where you attack, you get a treasure, right? Yeah, I want to add it, but I'm nervous. But you know, we're gonna go for it. Burning Inquiry is for more the synergy rather than a draw. That's true. Shining Impetus. What? Impetus. I'm gonna type in Impetus because Shiny Impetus. There we go. Card draw. Okay, let's see. I don't know about this card. I don't know. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. When I played my Enchantress deck, there was we got some new follows that I didn't notice. DM Tivy and Oru5732. Thank you guys both for the follows. I greatly appreciate it. I really wish I had the sound on, but I get the notifications in front of me and they're silent, so I'm friends, can we please be kind to one another in chat? Pretty please. I don't want to have to mute people or silence people. As for shiny impetus, I'm really trying to figure out this, and the reason why is because when I had an enchantress deck, there were the cards that were like this, that were auras that would be attached to other creatures and it couldn't attack you. So I feel hesitant about those kinds of cards, but I'm not opposed to them. Thank you for Chaos Warp. That is another good mono red card. I'm always worried about the red elemental blasts and the pyroblast just because it's just such a specific thing. It's like, so I don't know. We'll add them, and I know Jason earlier added them, but I was a little bit hesitant. We'll put them in here, but I'm like unsure. Dream Shaper. Getting your end step, you may pay 3 and sacrifice a non-land permanent. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library to reveal a non-land permanent card. Put that card in the rest of it. That can't get us a token sacrifice. I'm not mad at it. See, Throne of the God Pharaoh. Each one loses life equals the number of tapped creatures you control. I can't spell tonight. It is a lot of mana up front. I do agree. Cow is awesome with sneak attack, Perforos, but 6 mana is no joke. The Dock Man and Caveman Har. Yes, indeed, that's a lot of mana. And that actually does make me pretty hesitant to have it stay in the final cut. Makes me very nervous. Okay, let's see. Beginning of your end step, each opponent loses life equals the number of tapped creatures you control. I actually don't mind this. I don't know if we're going to be attacking a lot. Cool. Excellent. Let's hope it just doesn't change or I will scream. I do actually like this card, I'm not going to lie. Infinitely better. Well, now I'm nervous to look at the Twitch VOD. Y'all are making me scared. Servitor. It's only when it dies. It just seems like a card that could be cut easily. I mean, Swordsman, I know that there'll be 2 VODs. I just have to edit them together. I do this a lot, so I'm gonna have to like edit the whole thing together and make it not look like trash. There have been moments where I've I'll have the VOD stay on Twitch and I won't upload it to YouTube just because it does not like me, and there'll be moments where it's just so glitchy that I don't want that attached to my article, and it makes me sad because I want to put as much effort as I can into it, but I can't help it if the video is all, you know. I hate that it does that. We do have Vandal Blast in here. Sacrifice a creature, put a charge counter on it. I don't know about Spawning Pit. It isn't repeatable. I want to try and get as much repeatable card draw. So maybe let's go here. Let's assert. Let's try player. Player draws a card. Red. Boink. You know what? I'm not mad at Collective Defiance. Someone said Otherworld Atlas. You know what? Not mad at that. Let's add that. So many ways to make opponents draw. Mono red. Horn of Greed. Horn of Greed. Horn of Greed is a heck of a card. This card disturbs me. I'm sorry. It's I don't really want to talk about it. Okay. What about Winter Sky? Really, what about Winter Sky? I actually am not mad at Winter Sky. What about Winter Sky? It's pretty cool, actually. It is indeed a card, but here's why I think it's stupid and funny and great. It'll kill our stuff, which will hurt people, or we draw a card and make a token. I actually don't like it. This is the first time I've seen this card. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let's pop it in here. That's not horrible. I really like it. Let's pop in that Horn of Greed while we're at it. Okay, so now that we are here, I'll refresh it. But like, what hitting? I'm the queen of hitting my microphone. What else would we possibly need to add in here? Because looking at this, you know, I'm into this. I like this. It's cool. It's fun. It's a good damage doublers. We have a lot of intense card draw. And there's a second again anyway, yeah. You know what? Let's take a here's the deal. I love tribal so much, but I love tribal so much that I know the difference between weak tribal and strong tribal. And I feel like Devils is pretty weak. There's a handful printed, but like 4 mana for 5/2, 1 mana for 1 Unleash, 5 mana 3/3. Like, looking at these, I'm not going, oh my god, you know. Let's see. Silverclad Ferocidons, ping it with your Devils a couple of times. Sin Prodder's good and Rage Tribal. Your upkeep, reveal the top card of library an opponent may have. You put that card into graveyard. I don't know if we already have Sin Prodder in here, but do we? No. We'll add Sin Prodder. How far back would you go for... Hold on, what? For commanders, I've done incredibly old stuff on here. When it comes to article writing, I think it's interesting to write about newer legendaries than it is the older ones. From my perspective and numbers, I would say I definitely think like it's a lot more fun to like read about newer stuff, but I have done old stuff before. Oh, I just had a really good idea. Boompow makes me nervous. At the beginning of your upkeep, starting with you, each player votes Carnage or Homage. If Carnage gets more votes, sacrifice because certain impairment so much. Votes ties. I don't know about that. It's a good card, but I don't want to lose everything. I had an idea. It was a dinosaur. There's a dinosaur that I know it's a Marauding Raptor. It reduces our creature spells, but the reason why I love it is whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 2 damage to it. So it'll boom, boom, boom. It'll kill our stuff. Last ditch effort. Oh, I like that. I like last ditch effort. Last ditch effort. Burn at the stake. I'm not mad at that either. Rolling Earthquake. I remember playing that, I think, if I can remember, in Pauper. No, I played Rolling Thunder in Pauper. I don't know. I feel like adding Spirit Dragon would be too much, but I think Ugin Ineffable is really good. I don't know. Give me your opinion on adding the Ugins while I try and see if there's some hidden mono red token, double token red. Nope. 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 I got nothing. How about the... Oh, yes. I already read that. Let's see. While we're thinking about this, I know that I want to add some other lands in here. High Market is one that's coming to mind. Oh, High Market. Ugins do not excite me. One is just generic value. The other is a weird token maker and discounter of color things. It's true. But at the same time, the Ineffable is still a pretty good card in my opinion, but I also am not going to be like, Our curve is pretty low, but I don't think it would kill us to add like a Ruby Medallion. Soul Ring. So I think we can just add our lands and call it good. So let's see what some good lands that add 1 red mana. So land. And search. Rolling Earthquake as a finisher, which you don't have. I don't know necessarily how I feel about it. It's an alright card. I have it in my Chandra deck, but it's not necessarily like the best one. Either both of the Ugins would be decent. Castle Embereth. You know, that's not bad. I do not mind that. What's the consensus on the mono-color bounce lands? Are you talking about... I don't like them. I remember I used to play them, and I still just didn't really feel like they were that great. You can pick around the commander filters. Oh, okay. Let's see. I like them, but I don't like good mana support. Forgotten Cave and Flamekin Village are good lands. I'll think about the Flamekin Village. And the other one is Forgotten Cave, which is cycle and draw a card. Not bad. I do think maybe adding a Valakut in here would be cool, and just doing a shit ton of mountains, because, you know, mono red. I think that'd be cool. I think that might be what we do. I don't think we need Spine Rock Knoll because our curve isn't too terrible. We're definitely adding a Valakut. It's the top card. Add it. Scavenger grounds in the red deserts. Not, you know, actually not bad. More graveyard hate is pretty cool. I do not mind that. We already have Mikokoro. Moosework, thank you for the raid, my friend. Thank you so much. Shag of, oh my gosh. It's a new one. Hold on, what? Give your upkeep. If this came under your control since the beginning of your escape, sacrifice it. Let's see, pays Echo's loss was 0. What? I'm confused at this card. Cards like these freak me out because they're interesting. And I mean interesting in the way like they're good, but I don't, there's like a catch to it. Micah Mind, right? I'm like looking at this and I'm like, there has to be like some sort of like like catch on this. If they get 3 cards, you get a double, yeah. That makes me nervous. It really makes me nervous. I wonder. Damage. Draw a card. I saw how you spelled damage, Chase. I'm feeling like, I don't know. 3 cards per single one was not good trade in my opinion. I'm just like looking at this and I'm like, what? What about Dismissive Pyromancer? Techno Reformation, the owl is awesome. You probably won't be the target when you're already the person who didn't draw 3 cards. I do not know. Let's go ahead and Ebony Owl. If that player has 7 cards in hand. You know, I'm not mad at that. I like that. Tectonic Reformation. I don't know about Tectonic Reformation. I don't think we need that in here. So, like, looking at this... Ooh, no, not what I wanted. That feels about better. Oh my god, I was like, ugh. Tectonic Rough is great with Cavalier, but yeah, I can see it being medium. Do we have a bunch of non-mana utility artifacts? Starve Extinction is pretty good. Shiv and Harvest. I'll show you the full list in 10 seconds once I look up Shiv and Harvest, and then I'll show you guys what we have, and then we can tweak. Yo, that's not nice. That's not nice. Fuck yeah, let's do it. That's awful. I love it. Okay, it's land destruction makes me feel bad, but we're doing it. So now we will have to cut 15 cards most likely. This is what we have so far. Wow, we have like no instances and a ton of sorceries, so that's cool. For artifacts, this is what we have right here. We're definitely cutting stuff, so don't worry about it. When people ask if you have Blood Moon and you say no, but you have that monstrosity, just blow up lands that people have a moral obligation not to run in the first place, like Shock Scale. The land that comes to mind is Glacial Chasm. I hate Glacial Chasm. Insurrection. I'll have to look that up. We aren't, but I'm not opposed to it. I know we need a game ender, and somebody what was recommended was Rolling Earthquake, and that'll still hurt us though. Ugh. Here's what we have so far. We can always add those two in, but let's look at this first. If you choose to run unfair lands, then the blood of those lands is on your hand. Okay. So here's what we have. We have some cards to cut. We can definitely, and I'm saying this, always add things. I'm never like, oh, we're done, you know. That's not how we vibe here. Are Fetch and Shocklands unfair? I wouldn't say they're unfair, no. So for everybody in chat, we're gonna go ahead and move to cuts. We already have a cut recommended, which is Horn of Greed. I'm not too mad at that. I kind of understand that. Lately I've been playing against a lot of lands decks, and it really hurt when I played against those land decks, and I really don't want to, like, you know, regret it, so to speak. So I think cutting the Horn of Greed is actually not that bad of an idea. So other cuts. And we can always like double check on lands and stuff. I just do 36 lands as like a safety number. That's just like the safety number I always kind of lean on when we do it. But if you're like, oh, we're fine. So looking at this, we definitely need to cut some enchantments, some artifacts, and definitely some sorceries. I can be a little bit more understanding about the sorceries because we're gonna need to we're gonna generate tokens with card draw, so it's fine. But let's start at the bottom right here with the artifacts and enchantments. If our curve is low, we could probably swing 35. That's what I was thinking. Looking at our curve right now, it tends to be kind of lumpy. We got a lumpy curve. We still have some cards in the lower half of the section. But our highest curve tends to be at CMC 3. My problem with lands is that most of the time, just a correct choice of land over another. Original duels are just better than shocks. Blah, blah, blah. We should get 2 sets of reprints a year, reprint a ton, and update some of the OP cards. See, I'd like that, but that would drastically drop the price of certain things. They're doing things strategically. Is it making me happy? Not necessarily, but is it strategic and well planned? I would say yes. So we're at cuts, everybody. What are we cutting? Help me cut some stuff. Let's start here, because I kind of like where we are with creatures. I don't think we're in a bad place with creatures. So I love Helm is sick, but 9 mana to make it work. Yeah. I think here's what I'm saying. I really think about keeping the Helm, and here's my justification is because technically we need double token generation, and we're not going to get that in mono red. This could kind of help facilitate that. I do agree with cutting the archive. It's 5 mana for only half of the ability. I say keep Helm specifically because it helps us double our token generation. And I do think that we need that in here. I will agree with the cutting of the archive on. The cards that can only make your opponent's draw on your turn are redundant with Zurzoth's attack trigger. Yeah, let's take a look at Zurzoth again. Whenever one or more devils you control attack one or more players, draw a card, discard a card. Okay, I'm looking at this and I'm like, because I'm also feeling a little sicky icky, so my brain is like working at half the capacity this evening. Discarded random does scare me. So are we... I don't know how I feel about Strionic Resonator. I don't know why. I prefer the double of Zurzoth versus the double of the triggered ability, because Strionic Resonator only happens once because you tap it, and it only happens, I don't know, I prefer, yeah, one token for 2 mana, right? I just prefer the Helm as opposed to the Resonator. It's only one instance of a trigger, whereas the copy of the token will be every instance of the trigger. We do have a library of Langs, so I'm not worried about that. Here, we have 14 cards. I cut the archive. Yeah, Epic Crick, yeah, I agree. It only doubles one instance of the trigger, whereas having the second Zurzoth, I would say Zurgoth, but Zurzoth, it makes it multiple. And Helm of those can also go on other creatures. Muffin can... 10 seconds to talk about how Muffins is like the, oh god, what's the word? It's, like the, not reasonable, the realistic is not the word. Sensible? Okay, so we have more cards to cut. I cut the archive. I'm a little bit regretting it, but we'll see as we go, because we can always add it back in. Muffins is the voice of reason, yes. So we have Otherworld Atlas, but honestly, someone talking about Endless Atlas. I don't think we need that. We need other people to draw cards. And the reason why we have Otherworld in here is because it's every player. And I think we need other people to draw the... Well, I don't think. I know that we need other people to draw the cards to get the tokens. Also, Micah Mind, thank you for the follow, friend. I appreciate you. I originally had Howling Mine in here, but that will not trigger. I don't know why my voice like went... like raised when I said that. It's on their draw step, and Zurzoth says that it has to be not on their turn. It has to be not on their turn. So my brain hurts. Yes. Cool. You guys understood my weird ramblings. I like Howling Mine, but it won't work here. What about the Iron Crag Pyromancer? Actually, first of all, she's a badass. Second of all, we're going to be drawing some cards in here. So I'm not opposed. I suggested Endless Atlas because I forgot we wanted other people to draw cards too. I thought we were looking for generic card draw muffins. You're totally fine. I like Howling Mine a lot. We have Ironcrag Pyromancer. What do you think of this? I do like this card. It's just added damage with our damage doublers or triplers. It could be 9 damage, 6 damage. I imagine almost every person who's built Zurzoth has thought of Howling Mine. Yeah, so there's just sometimes we have to reread a card, and that's just because, you know, sometimes you guys, you forget. You forget, and that's okay. I really cannot emphasize how hard it is to remember the vast amount of magic cards that exist. Whenever an opponent discards a card, you may draw a card. I don't... There's so many commanders that are so close to what you want but miss one key thing. 100%, which is why Wizards will always have us in their grasp. Maybe me, but a bit spectrum. But do we have Godo for the Helm combo? We don't. I don't really want to run infinite combos that don't really have anything to do with the deck. Okay. So cuts that we all should make. This is hard. Maybe cutting the Ebony Owl. Hey, Sarah Sorelia, how are you doing today? Oh, no. Sorry. It said that my phone was saying hello to Siri, and we're not talking to Siri, so that was weird. We do have the Devotion for Nyx Lotus. This is a mono red deck, so we're gonna have the Devotion, I'd say. Without a doubt, we're gonna be fine on the mono red thing. We have some sack outlets. Maybe cutting Ashnod's Altar because we have Phyrexian Altar and some other ones in here. The creature portion, I say, is actually pretty good for what it is. I like where it's at. But then again, we could be adding other things. But in terms of, like, number, I like the numbers. Urabrask is just mean, but I don't mind it. Outrider. I love the owl, but I don't know about commander. It's 10% of opponent's life total. Do we have that in here? No, let's add it. Yoink. Okay, okay, we'll cut the owl. Whew, everybody, you guys are absolutely amazing. Because looking at this, I like this. Fiendish Duo does double damage. Okay, so now let's go. Let's. Hey, Bad Surfside, hello. So says the Shah of the chat muffins. We were really struggling here for cuts, which honestly understood. You know, we got some good stuff in here. I feel good if we had 11 artifacts. Not too much, not too little. I think Throne of the God Pharaoh is better than the Owl. No. Let's cut the Owl and keep Throne of the God Pharaoh. Because we are going to have a lot of creatures in theory, and I think that'll just be better. Plus, it's a lower... Well, it's the same CMC. So let's cut the Ebony Owl, and then we'll keep the Throne. Yoink, cut the Owl. Someone said search for survivors. Shuffle your graveyard to put it, choose a card at a random. I don't think so. Let's see. It is a niche card. I don't know if it's going to be good for us in here. So back to cuts. We cut the Owl. We're going to keep the Throne of the God Pharaoh. Let's see. Bag of Holding. Let's cut the Bag of Holding, as we want our opponents to draw cards, not ourselves. I don't think we need the Bag of Holding. Listen, I know. I'm sorry. I don't want to add it just to cut it. Otherworld Atlas. Honestly, we just put one charge counter on it and make one person draw a card. Boom, there it is. To flood the board later on, tempt with vengeance. When X1 randomly reaches X on the battlefield. Each opponent may put face on the battlefield for each player who does. Bad Surfside, no problem. I'm sorry that it's been so long. I've been talking to my lovely contacts and we're getting things squared away, so your patience is thoroughly appreciated, and I'm very sorry for the delay. This is... Bad Surfside, we are building Zurzoth. How did I think that would spell what I want? Tillo. I added it. Pyrohemia could easily kill all devils and all. Oh, I do like Pyrohemia. Shoot, this is gonna be hard, you guys. Yeah, we keep adding more cards, and this is... Okay, we gotta stop, we gotta stop, we gotta stop. Cuts. Let's move to cuts. We just added like 4 more cards. We shouldn't have done that. Okay, we have to make some cuts, everybody. I don't think we should have the Warstorm. Hear me out. Hear me out on why I should think we should cut Warstorm Surge. We have Impact Tremors, and we have Raid Bombardment, and Cavalcade of Calamity. I think those are all really good, and here's why. Because we're going to be generally trying to make more devils than anything else. I don't know. Shoot. Now I'm just sounding stupid, because here's the deal. If we have Impact and Warstorm out, that'll still be really great. But even though one is cheaper than the other. Shoot. We do have a lot of sack outlets laying the main. We need to make cuts, but I can look up the war drums. We already have Perforos. shoot. Shoot, I like this card. Damn it. Okay, we gotta stop. No more card suggestions. We're getting too many good cards in here. Too many good cards. Too many good cards. Okay. Warstorm Surge is better with bigger creatures. So should we cut it? Because right now my heart is like, we should cut it, but then my other heart, I have 2 hearts, is like, Okay. We're gonna cut Warstorm Surge. I'm sorry. I know the card is good. I love it, but I had it in my Atla Palani deck, and that just made more sense to me in there than it does here. I'm sorry. Jeez, we have so many more cards to cut. We have 16 to cut. 16. I am a Time Lord. Okay. Okay. I actually don't think library is worth it in here. I don't think it is. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. We don't really have much random discard in here. We have maybe like 2 random discards. I guess. Like, yeah, I'll keep it for you guys. I'm not vibing with it, but I see why you're vibing with it, so we'll keep it, but I'm not vibing with it. I was thinking of maybe swapping Hear Me Out. I was thinking of swapping Soul Ring for a Thought Vessel. And maybe a Reliquary Tower in the lands. Yeah, it's like, I know we have, like, I know that, like, Zurzoth does that and, like, maybe 2 other cards in here, but I'm just, like, I don't know. I don't tend to really fear discard, but I'll vibe with what y'all are vibing with. Okay, let's see. Dragon Mage. We can cut the Dragon Mage. I like the Dragon Mage, but that CMC hurts. And I can always go back and edit if I need to, because sometimes the next morning I'll wake up and I'm like, I don't know. So now we have 15 cards to cut. Alright, enchantments. Let's look at enchantments. Well, let's cut a couple more. Curse of Opulence. I actually think maybe cutting that. It just feels kind of like, the Curse of Opulence. We're definitely keeping Cavalcade, Goblin Bombardment, Impact Tremors. Shivan Harvest is funny. We don't necessarily need it. I mean, I know that we get a treasure every time we attack, but does it really fit on theme with the deck? Do we really need it? Or is it more of a just for token generation kind of thing? Like, I'm trying to look at it from the perspective of, like, need. Yeah, you're right. Shivan Harvest is super out of place, and I really like it, but we don't need it. So let's cut the Shivan Harvest, because it is a sack outlet, don't get me wrong, but it is a sack outlet we have to pay for, and we really want to kind of limit that. I'm going to say cut the Shivan Harvest, just because we don't want... We have so many sack outlets that we don't need to pay for, and I'd rather not pay for it. No, I know about Curse of Opulence. I'm just saying I don't think it feels really good for the deck. It's a good card. I'm not saying it's not a good card, but I don't think it, like, fits with where we're going. Because we're not really doing politics with this, you know? I don't think we're in a position as mono red to be like, you know, like, don't hit me, I'll, you know, treasure. Is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know the card is good, but I don't think it, like, it fits. Keep. I have shared it. Okay, here's the deal. I need you guys to be my wise mind here because I like shared animosity. I like this card a lot. I think this would be cool to use on the off chance that we do actually hit and make contact on combat, because it's gonna be pretty sick. But at the same time, we're not going like full on like devil tribal. But if we talk with all our devil tokens, they're going to be pretty big. Furnace of Wrath, Outpost Siege. I actually like Pyrohemia in here. Sharon and Mossy love it. Let's see. I think maybe cutting gratuitous violence, because more often than not, we're not going to be hitting. And I feel like the CMC is so high, and the justification for our devils, I don't know. Our devils are going to die, and it won't trigger gratuitous violence. Furnace could backfire on us. Same thing when it comes to Dictate of the Twin Gods. 100%. So maybe what we could do is this. We could come to a bit of a compromise. Take out like maybe take out Furnace. No, maybe take out Dictate of the Twin Gods and then keep gratuitous violence. Epicric, so it does work with Devil Trigger. So Vicious Shadows, what happens is the token does hit the graveyard, but then the token will then fizzle, which means we can't get it back. So tokens will still hit the yard. But we can double check on that ruling. Okay. Does not tell me, but I know that tokens do hit the yard. So maybe cut Dictate of the Twin Gods, keep the gratuitous violence. But we're not doing that much combat damage either. So maybe cutting gratuitous violence and Dictate of the Twin Gods, just leaving Furnace of Wrath as well as the Fiery Emancipation, because that feels pretty good to me. Shadows works with it. I thought you say that violence does not work with tokens. My bad. No, you're good. It does. So maybe cutting violence. Dang it. I don't know. I'm gonna need y'all's help with these cuts here, because I think Vicious Shadows would be good, because we're gonna have what trigger from Devil Pings. Will it? Because it's I really wish we had a judge. Do we have any judges in chat? I've had a couple judges floating around in my chat from time to time, and I could use y'all's help. I'm gonna cut Curse of Opulence. I don't think we need it. I'm sorry. I feel really bad about that, but I'm looking at it and it's like, it doesn't really sit well having it in here with me. Like, I know it's a good card, but in my opinion, I just don't think it belongs in here. It's a good card, but I just don't think it lives here. But we are purposely filling people's hands up to damage from Vicious Shadows. I would agree. Muffins on a Hill. Yes, indeed. Okay, Caveman, Hearthstone will work. So how about we keep Gratuitous Violence, Vicious Shadows. We'll cut out Dictate of the Twin Gods because it's 1 mana more than Furnace. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do that compromise. Oop, not right. Oopsies. It does have flash, but I've very rarely, if ever, done the flash ability. I have both Furnace of Wrath and Dictate in my Chandra deck, and I've never been like flash and Dictate, you know? I can see its benefit, but for 1 more mana, I'm not so sure. I've never done the flash ability because I never had the mana open to do it. So, what do you guys think? I'm gonna leave it up to you. Would you prefer Furnace of Wrath? And this is a lipstick mark, by the way. I swatched some new lipstick today. Would you prefer Dictate of the Twin Gods or, Furnace of Wrath? So vote in chat right now. We'll do press 1 for Dictate to keep Dictate, press 2 to keep Furnace. So 1 for Dictate, 2 for Furnace, 1 for Dictate, 2 for Furnace, and we'll see what's going on in chat and get a good comprehensive idea of what we're going to be doing here. 1 for Dictate, 2 for Furnace, 1 for Dictate, 2 for Furnace, 1 for Dictate, 2 to Furnace. We cannot vote to keep both just because we do have to make cuts, and I think that gratuitous violence is a little bit better because it's specifically our stuff. 1 for Dictate, 2 for Furnace. I'm repeating that because I know that I will forget if I don't say it. 1, 2, 3. Here's what we'll do. We'll cut Dictate, and if push comes to shove, if we have another, why not replace Furnace and Dictate with the new one from M21? Because we already have the new one from M21 already kind of sitting here. It's right here. You can't see me pointing, but it's right here highlighted. Alrighty. So we'll keep that here. 12 cards left. If push comes to shove and we're like at 99 and we're like, we can add it in, we'll add it in. I'm just trying to make some pretty hard cuts right now. Because cuts are hard and I don't like them, but we do need them. So let's keep looking. I'm feeling better about this right here. This I feel like could be trimmed down a little bit more, but the more I look at it, I do really like everything we have in here. Let's go over here to our sorceries and creatures too. We can also go back to artifacts. We have Wheel of Fate, which honestly, I like it, but I don't like the suspend 4. Wish it was not a suspend 4, but hey, as Hale, I've never been able to pronounce your username correctly. I'm so sorry, but hello friend, how are you doing today? And I'm no longer allowed to say that word for 5 minutes, so let's go ahead and remove some things. So, Wheel of Fate, Burning Inquiry. I'm thinking maybe cut... I said it. Okay. Removing. We're removing things. Okay. Wheel of Fate. I like it, but this is hard. Okay, maybe cutting the Burning Inquiry. Oh, let's go ahead and get rid of Howling Golem. Or maybe not. I don't know. Really quickly, cut Howling Golem, because I will forget the card is in there, because I like how the creatures look, but I forgot it was in there. Howling Golem, yes or no? Remove it. Should we remove it? Okay, let's cut the Howling. Oh, dang it. I can't. You've put me in a position where it's really hard. Whoa! Now you get to see all my Scryfall searches. Yeah. Okay, 10 cards left. Now let's go back to our sorceries. That scared me. Okay, yoink. Blasphemous Act, I like it. Descent of Dragons. Honestly, I like this card because we can destroy all of our little guys and all our little tokens and then replace them with dragons. I'm actually not mad at that. I like that. Reforge the Soul is pretty good. I like it. The Miracle is pretty sick. Corvus Fury I also like, because each friend discards all cards from their hand, then draws them many +1, or dealing damage, which is also pretty cool. I think cutting Burn at the Stake. I expected Mana Geyser, not a suggestion. I know it's cut time. Maybe Burn at the Stake. Yeah, Shattered Perception, it only does me. So let's remove that. I'm trying not to say cut, but like I've already failed. You know, it is what it is. Okay. I'm thinking honestly, so we have like Fiery Confluence. Oh shoot. Fiery Confluence. I like that because it'll deal, I don't know. I don't know. The mood is where I'm at. Chain Reaction can be pretty gross. Disrupt Decorum is a good way to protect ourselves. Fiery Confluence is where I start to get a little bit like, I don't know. It's like good because it can deal 3 damage, 3 damage, 6 damage, or 3 artifacts, so we can kind of mix and match. For cost reasons, yes, but now that I actually own a Wheel of Fortune, I'm like, I want to keep it in here. I like Wheel of Fortune, so let's keep Wheel of Fortune in here. I'm sorry. I like the card a lot. And this isn't that bad, to be honest. For this, I don't think this is too bad. Where's Inquiry? Inquiry. Burning Inquiry. Boop, bloop, boop. Yeah, I think the drawback on Burning Inquiry is a bit stronger than we needed it to be. Winter Sky, let me tell you. Let me teach you about Winter Sky. This card's cool as hell. We flip a coin. They call the flip. If it ends up in our favor, it deals 1 damage to each creature and each player, which will destroy all of our tokens and deals a bunch of damage to them. And if not, each player draws a card, which gets us more goblins. Not goblins. Devils. I like it. I like Winter Sky so much. I love this. I love Winter Sky. How many cards are there currently? We have 108. We need to cut 8 more cards. That is super good for 1 mana. Exactly. I like this card. All the force draws that are limited to your turn are doing something for your commander that your commander has built in a way to handle already. What do you think about Fiery Confluence? Because yeah, I never heard of Winter Sky until today. Holy shit, that card is good. I'm gonna put y'all on Winter Sky here. Like, my excitement for this weird little card I've never seen before is like up here. Fiery Confluence. I'm looking at Burn at the Stake, and I actually am not mad at it, but I'm a little bit nervous about it too. I cut Sweltering. Where's Sweltering? You know what? I agree. I agree. I agree with that sentiment. I see where you're going. Oh gosh, well, here it is. 7 cards left to cut. Okay. Faithless Looting, which honestly, I don't know, maybe cut, I'm not sure. Why is there an asterisk next to Fiendish Duo? That is a good question. I think it's because it's from this particular printing of a game nights thing. Oh, it's foil. That's because it's only printed in a foil. There you go. The more you know. It's the only card in this deck that is printed solely in a foil. Fiery Confluence lost a lot of power when the Planeswalker ruling changed. You cannot redirect the damage to Planeswalkers now. Did you to order my Mana Echoes for my Locust God deck? Yay! Thank you! Okay, the reason why I like Thermopod, let me put you on Thermopod too, because this card is a staple in my Atla Palani deck. It is, ignore the snow mana aspect, that does not matter. It is a good way to generate mana in this deck that is also a sack outlet, so I like this card. I cut Confluence. I don't know how much we need to plan on wiping on creatures when we have so many ways to sack them for value. Plus we can like ping creatures with our devil tokens too, don't get me wrong. And we also have, like, Pyrrhemia, Blasphemous Act. Like, we have Chain Reaction. Okay, let's cut Fiery Confluence. Yeah, when I first heard of Thermopod, I was like, this sounds like a bad card. And then I read that it was a sack outlet for red mana, and I was like, I like this. Okay. Chain Reaction doesn't kill Zurzoth. Neat. Why is Sadbot in? You know what? I'm gonna be extremely honest with you. Looking at this deck, I don't know. It was just someone just said it, and my brain was like, "Yes, it's a commander card. Put it in." Thermopod does not make snow mana from his ability. Thermopod just makes mono red. Look, it is add 1 red to your mana pool. He does not make snow mana. He just makes regular mana. I'm gonna leave Thermopod up there. Boom, boom. Don't insult my slug baby. My slug baby. My slug baby. Is it some mana? I don't think so, because it would say snow mana. Do we, like, here's the deal, like, looking at the deck, I'm, like, trying to, like, I think that we're in such a good spot, it's hard to cut stuff. Oh, well, then there you go. How many cuts do we have left? 7? 6. Okay, we got 6 cards left to cut. We have, so for ways for ramp, we have Gadrak, which makes treasures. Wait, what's the first best walker then? We have Tybalt. We got Tybalt in here. I like Tybalt just because he makes tokens. Rage Thrower. We have Rage Thrower, and that mana cost is high, but when our things die, we can deal damage. Prey Caesar Dragon is really cool because we can sacrifice our tokens to make him dummy thick. Fiendish Duo is great. Dream Shaper Shaman. Let's cut that because that costs... I remember we talked about the Dream Shaper being a little bit too high. I remember us talking about how like 8 mana is a lot to get that going. Koth. Honestly, I don't mind exchanging like a card in here for Koth of the Hammer. Let's add Koth in here. I really do like Koth. And honestly, I have no problems cutting some stuff. I don't really know how I feel about Wildfire Devils. I'm not really excited about that. What do you think? Wildfire Devils. It doesn't really fit the theme of what we're doing here, you know? Thank you. Okay. I'm like, I don't know about that. But it just doesn't like kind of fit with what we're going with, you know? It's a good devil, but does it really impact like what we got going on here? It isn't really what we need, so I'm not really vibing with it. We'll keep Solomon here just because it gives us a land and card draw. So early batches are cool. I like that. I'm feeling much better now about our things. I still like Tybalt, so I want to keep Tybalt in here. Looking at this right here, we have Hissing Iguanar, and at first I was like, I don't know, I like it, but I also am nervous about it because it deals an additional damage. Wildfire. Where's Wildfire? Where's Wildfire? You mean Spitfire? I'm gonna, normally I'd be like, I don't know. I will make an executive decision and I say definitely keep the Spitfire. Okay, Wildfire Devils. Yeah, that is a good cut. Spitfire is, unless there's some lizard tribal support I'm unaware of. No. We'll cut the Hissing Iguanar, and then we have Rage Thrower down here, which kind of does a similar thing. We can cut both of those if need be, so Rage Thrower and Hissing Iguanar. More fun. Spitfire, the executive decision, it is much better than you think it is. We're just gonna even begin to explain how much better it is than you think it is. I'm not a big fan of Glinthorn or Browlin in the deck. The reason why Glinthorn is in here, well, honestly, they're both pretty good, but that secondary ability of when one or more devils you control attack one or more players, you and each players draw a card, then discard a card. So, that'll deal damage to them based off our guy. And with, I think we need Browlin and the Surly Badgersaur in here. I really think we do. It's good. They're really good. I've killed people in Commander with the Spitfire, so I do have to say I like that card. We can get, what about Rage Thrower? It is, full blown. I won a game on the RC stream with the Chandra Spitfire. I mean, trust me when I say that card is good. So let's let Rage Thrower. We can cut Rage Thrower and Hissing Iguanar. It just makes me nervous. The 7 mana on that one is a bit much. What if we cut Rage Thrower but kept the Iguanar? What if we kept the Iguanar? Because this is a 3 mana thing, and the other thing was a 7 mana thing, and it only increased the damage by 1. So maybe keep it. I just don't want to lose too many creatures. I really don't think we need Power Blast and Red Elemental Blast in here. I really don't think we do. Like, I just know that there have been moments where I've had that in my hand, and I've been playing against people, and they don't have anything blue, and it's just a wasted card. Transmogrify. Okay. Let's cut the Pyroblast because I think Chandra had the printing of the Red Elemental. Oh no, Pyroblast. So now we have 3 cards left to cut. Actually, I like that better. Oh. Maybe... What about repeated reverberation? I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I feel like I'm really struggling because we have, like, no instances. Like, I don't know. We have 3 more to cut. Maybe cutting Ashnod's Altar for the 2 colorless just because... Hold on. Do you guys like Burn at the Stake? Before I do anything else, this is a card that I've had proposed to me by a lot of people, and yet... What do you think? Cut it or keep it? Okay, let's cut Burn at the Stake. So now we have 2 cards left to cut, which makes me feel a little bit better. But in the case where it's good... Okay, never mind. Y'all are convincing me to keep Burn at the Stake in. So we still have 3 cards left to cut. Maybe cutting Ruby Medallion? Do we really need to reduce cost that much looking at things now? Or maybe cutting Ruby Medallion? Yeah, I have to cut the... I really do think like the... Oh my gosh, come on. There we go. It's just way too specific for this. I don't know. I don't know if we really need Sad Robot in here. Like, I don't think we do necessarily need him. Sword dies, triggers controlled by the creature. Listen, I know, but like looking at this, I'm like, I don't know. So we have one more card to cut because I cut the red elemental and the yeah, Pepsi Man did seem super unnecessary. Did I add Brash Taunter in here before? It says I've searched it, but no, I don't think we need him in here. One more card, and then we can make some fine-tuned tweaks if we need to. My mind was thinking cutting Ashnods because we have, let's look at it. One. Actually, no, cutting Ruby Medallion. Let's cut the Ruby Medallion. Yeah, it does not fit. What do you think about cutting Ruby Medallion? I think most of our things aren't too terrible. I think our highest thing here is 6. Never cast Blasphemous Act for that much, so it's always gonna be 6. And here the highest thing is a 7. Burn at the Stake and Throne, yes. You can use Harvest Pyre to hit the Taunter and burn someone's face off. True, but... So, my question for you guys is, should we cut Ruby Medallion? Because I don't know if we need it now. Like, I really... Yeah, cut Medallion. Because I like Ashnods. It generates 2 mana. I originally had it in here because my Chandra deck is super high in the curve. Like, it's right around here. But I have to remember that even though it's a mono red deck, the Chandra deck is a Planeswalker deck. Planeswalkers are higher in CMC, whereas these are not. And that was where my intention was originally, was, okay, we definitely are going to need the help because we're in mono red. But, I mean, look at our curve. This is a really pretty sick curve, if I'm being honest with you guys. So, I have Pyrohemy in here. I like the card, but do you guys have any other ideas? Anything you want to add? Anything? Actually, I do want to ask you guys, how do you feel about adding in a Thought Vessel? I'm going to take out one mountain and put in a Reliquary Tower. Just because I think we need one with all the card draw we're going to be doing. None is better if you believe you're going to be casting more than one spell per turn. That's fair. Whenever there are no creatures in play, you sack it. It deals 1 damage to target creature. I don't think we need that. I don't think a vessel is needed. Well, the reason why I'm thinking of a Thought Vessel is not because of the fact that it is a mana rock. It's because no maximum hand size. Because I'm not really thinking, oh my gosh, you know, mana rock. I'm thinking more along the lines of, this is a way to help us keep our hand. Because we're going to be drawing a lot of cards. Scrambleverse work with devil tokens. Let's look at Fires of Invention. Scrambleverse. Cast spells during your turn. We cast no more. I've never liked the Fires of Invention. I've never liked that card. I don't know why. There's just something about it that makes me go, I don't like it. Let's see. I don't know why I don't like that card, but like I look at it and I'm like, I don't like it. For each non-land permanent, choose a player at random. Then each player gains control of each permanent. What? I don't like that. That makes me scared. Is the additional cost to cast it? Exile the X cards. Yeah, I got mad just reading it. Should we add in... Why? We already don't have that many instants. Yeah, we just don't have a lot of instants. I don't know why. What do you think about rolling earthquake? Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like good things that we can add in here. I want to check something out really quickly. Give me 10 seconds. I'm looking at something on my phone because I don't want to get off the screen. Y'all, I'm 4, if you follow me, if you're not following me, you totally should. I'm 4 followers away from 2,000 followers on Twitch, so you should totally check it out. Flavor-wise, I can see what you mean. The Dog Man, thank you for the follow. We are 3 followers away from, 2,000. Yay! Thank you. I like being a good cookie. I'm trying to think if we have more damage spells and stuff, but I don't know. At the same time, I'm a little bit hesitant, but see, here's the thing. It's okay if you forgot to. It's fine. I have this card in my Chandra deck. I actually do play this. I like this card. I'm just trying to like figure out if we should have it here. Hi, Golf Pro 1 the best. Flying creatures weren't in that set. It was replaced with horsemanship in Portal 3 Kingdoms. What do you guys think about this? Be honest with me. Ukima deck with Kazur. I'm gonna make a Voltron deck out of it. That's awesome. I did make a Kazur and Ukima deck list, and I did write an article about that for TCG Player, but I did not do equipments. Also the Dogman Shadow is a good ability because that can win you games with Phage. Okay, so let's do this. Press 1 in chat to add Rolling Earthquake, and 2 to not add. So 1 yes, 2 no, 1 yes, 2 no, and then we'll see if we want to add this card in. We are completely at 100. I just want to make sure how we're feeling. 1 yes, 2 no, 1 yes, 2 no. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Golf Pro won the best. Not at the moment. I'm sorry. I'm kind of focusing on like the build that we got going on right here, so my brain's like a little bit in like deck mode. As for this, I would say 1 for yes, 2 for no. Yeah, so let's not add the Rolling Earthquake. So we're now at the moment where, even though, yeah, this kind of hurts, but we are at exactly 100 cards, which means we're at a complete deck. So now my question for you guys is, are you feeling good about this? Do you like this? Do you want to change anything? Do we have a complete list? Are we set and solid in our ways? How are you feeling about what we have before us? To make a deck on Scryfall, you just make an account and then you just literally click this little backpack and you can make a deck. So how are you guys feeling? Do we like this? Do we hate this? Do we want to add anything in here? Koth is not only available in a foil, but there is... Actually, is he? No, there's the Scars of Mirrodin version of him. It just shows us the newest version. So we have the Scars of Mirrodin, the dual decks version of him, but the Scars of Mirrodin is not. It doesn't... I have no idea how to monocolor, so I guess it looks fine. Oh. When it comes to monocolor decks, I actually have a lot more monocolor decks than I thought I ever would. I didn't mean to do that. I do love monocolor decks, actually. I didn't think I would, but I really like them. Alrighty, so if you guys are feeling good about this, then we get to the port of the chat. Well, port of the chat. I can't even speak. The portion of our stream where you, the lovely individuals in chat, help us name the deck Fire Diamond. What does that do? I don't know if we need Fire Diamonds. Personally, I feel that there was so many 2 CMC mana rocks, but I don't know anything about that. To be honest, like, I'm looking at this, and, like, we have Soul Ring. I was thinking maybe adding a Thought Vessel. So let me see. If I add Thought Vessel, and the only reason I'm adding a Thought Vessel is because of discard. So let's cut one more card. Wheeling with the devil that you know. I do like those. Deal with the devil. Devil's in the details. I'm looking at this and I want to add in like a Thought Vessel because it's making me nervous. It's a mana rock. Because we could honestly go into a huge amount of detail about like the English language and like the heavy ties with religion, particularly Christianity, but I don't want to bore you guys. The Devil Wears Prada. The Devil Wears Drada. I'm not making this the name, but what if it was The Devil Wears Drada? That's an awful name. I hate that I thought of that. That sounds fascinating. How devils go brr. You already have library that gives no maximum hand size. Okay, yeah, then we'll cut Thought Vessel then. We'll cut Thought Vessel then. Maybe it's just I'm so tied to Thought Vessel as a card. Devil Wears Drada sounds amazing. Chase, you have no idea how much I would enjoy that conversation. I like to study religions of the world in my spare time. Eh, that's super cool. So what do you think about the Devil Wears Drada? I don't know. The Devil Wears Drada. This name is 10 out of 10. Should keep it. Okay, we've kept it. Okay, so I guess we're going with that name. Oh my god. Okay, you guys. So we're at the end of our stream. So let me go ahead and do my little end step things. I just called the end of my stream the end step things. So that's how you know I'm here. Mentally, I'm on point. Okay, guys, so we're now at the end of the stream, which means we get to do the delicious details. And as we all know, the devil lives in the details. First of all, I wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you who have stuck through me with this. I know it has been a very interesting deck list, and I also know that I look a little bit icky. That's because I'm super tired and I don't feel too good. I didn't want to do my makeup today, and my lighting doesn't like me right now, but it's fine. So we're at the end of our stream, which means we get to do fun, cool end of stream stuff. So first of all, my name is Chase, also known as Mana Curves. You can find me Mana Curves everywhere. I'll go ahead and drop some links in the chat. So right now, here is my Twitter. here is my link tree, and my link tree has links to my YouTube. It has links to my Discord. Patreon has links to my TCG articles, my TCG link, affiliate link, and my Amazon wishlist and stuff like that, you know, cool stuff like that. If you want to support me or the stream, I am saving up currently to get a brand new computer. As you can clearly see up there, it's a sub chase get a new computer. Boing, 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 boing. I really need a new computer. I'm trying to build on my own. And if you want to tip me, there's my tip jar. Should probably type the tip thing right. There it is. Boom. There it is. Anything helps, and I'd be really appreciative. I also have a Patreon and a Discord. I'm also sponsored by the wonderful people at Ultra Pro and TCG Player, so check them out. I do giveaways with Ultra Pro. It is happening and it is awesome, and I do giveaways at least once a week. So look out for one happening this Sunday. Pretty fun, pretty sick. So now let's look at this. I'm now going to go ahead and do my Patreon thing. So first of all, I have 4 tiers on Patreon. The first 2 tiers are the same, and the final 2 tiers are the same. The only difference is just funds, which shows one is a greater way to support me, and the other one's just I want to be cost effective for people, because we're in the middle of a pandemic, and any little bit of support really is appreciated. So tiers 1 and 2 are called Groundling tier and Noble tier. Groundling tier is $1 a month. Noble tier is $3 a month. For $1 a month or $3 a month, whichever one you would prefer, you get a one-time shout out the month that you're a patron. You also get exclusive Discord content, and it's just a nice little way to show support. Then there is Click and Glenalendra tier. Click tier is $5 a month. Glenalendra tier is $10 a month. They both get the same rewards. Click tier and Glenalendra tier, you get a shout out every single time that I stream. You also get a signed token of me by Inkling Customs, either of me as a fairy or me as myself in my regular clothes. And you also just get the exclusive Discord content, and it's just a really cool way to show support. So we are in the middle of the month, so I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to my Click and Glenalendra tier patrons. So shout out to Adriel, Renan6, Austin, Francis, Eric, got 2 Eric, ALK Alters, Douglas Whitaker, Seraph6, Katie, and Carlton Parsons. Thank you all for being Click and Glenalendra tiers. And yeah, that is it. So this deck will be uploaded to YouTube on next Sunday, and you will also see an article coming out on TCG Player about this deck as well. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And I think that's everything I need to say. I'm a little bit tired, so I'm gonna go and relax and hang out for the rest of the night. So you guys have been an absolute blast and wonderful individuals lately. Check out my new article on TCG Player, by the way, about collaborative deck building, which is what we did here today. We built a deck together, and that's what that article is about. So you should definitely check that out. So I'm going to go and relax for the rest of the evening. So you guys have a good night, and I will see y'all later. Bye!